sometimes the losing of the thing is even for your good. And so she said, "What you mean by that?" I said, "If my very first house that I purchased had not foreclosed, I would still be there. I would still be there. If I didn't have the troubles that I had in my marriage, I would still be there." And this lady, this woman that you now know, would have never been born. I would have been this content grandmother sitting in my rocking chair, raising my grandkids. And that would have been fine. But God allowed the things that happened to happen in order for me to be this person that the world needs. It was never about me or anything that I experienced. It was always about the destiny that God had for my life. And the sooner I realized the destiny work, and that I just need to lean into that God will take care of everything else. When you are outside of the destiny work, that's when the problems show up. Like, what are you doing over here, Jonah? Jonah, what are you doing over here? That's why you in the whale. Why am I having this experience? Because you haven't taken the steps that God is asking you to take. Sometimes we really got to do it afraid. Even when you think, oh, how is this going to work? I don't know anything about this. But it's so funny how, even when you don't know anything about something, how God shows up and completely shows out and shows people that you need to you so that they're there. I remember there was, I had a problem with banks. Didn't want to go in no bank, afraid to go in the bank, afraid to just go open an account. So I went and I opened the account online so I didn't have to go in the bank. Because I had been through bankruptcy and I had lost my house and everything, like everything that I had. If you ever go through a bankruptcy, everybody kicks you out, whether you have um, money or not. My bank closed my bank account, and I had money in there. It was nothing. I didn't have any loans with them, but they kicked me out. The credit union kicked me out, and it just gave me this whole fear of these places. And so I opened a new bank account on online, and I remember saying to my ex-husband, my former spouse, saying to him, "Oh my God, they gave me an account." He said, "Gave you? They ain't give you nothing. That's their job. That's what they supposed to do." I was so excited to have this bank account. And so it took me almost 2 weeks to go into the bank to put money in the account because I was so afraid to go into the bank because of everything that I had experienced. And when I walked inside the bank, there was a black lady who was the branch manager. I was waiting to see a white man with gray hair sitting there ready to scrutinize everything about me. And when I walked in, she said, "Hi, my name is," whatever her name was. How can I help you?" And I said, "I have an account and I want to fund the account." And she says, "Wonderful, come with me." And I'm like so shaking, like I'm sweating and all that because I was so scared to walk in there. And not only did she quell every fear that I had, she talked to me about some other things that they even offered. I end up getting my merchant account and all these other things from this particular bank at that time. So God will give you exactly what you need. You know, when we say false evidence appearing real, that really is what it all is. It is not real. It is not real. Go ahead, Em.
I could so like relate and testify to that, Darlena, because I'm sorry, y'all. I've been crying because it's just so good. Um,
It is so good.
In Georgia, I had to have emergency surgery. I didn't have health insurance because I was like in between jobs and I was already struggling, and I fell out in New Jersey and had to be hospitalized. And that medical bill wore me out. And because of the bill, because it was so horrible, like I couldn't afford it. I kept calling and harassing, and I was just stressed. And I ended up having to claim bankruptcy. And it was like the hardest thing to ever do in my life. Like, I was like, God, why would I be in this space like this? Why? Like, I don't
Mhm.
understand. I'm already struggling. And then I have to go through this. I don't have money. I could barely take care of things. And it was like I did it. And I remember when I was trying to apply for an apartment and I was so scared because I was like, I'm not going to be able to get an apartment. I'm just going through this bankruptcy. And there was a woman that was there, an older white woman. She held my hand and she prayed with me. And she said, I got you. Like, she
Yeah.
put the paperwork through. She didn't charge me for the deposit that would normally be done. And it was like in that moment, like the stress just lifted. I knew it was God. I knew He was, something that's simple, but I was stressed over it because I was, I'm going to be doomed for a long time. I'm never going to be able to have a house. All these things are going on in my mind. It's just amazing what the enemy will try to have attached to you, right? To
Mhm.
always make you think like you're never going to succeed. You're never going to have the things that you want. And it was like, no, she was like, God sent that angel, God sent her. He made sure that I went directly to a place where someone was attached to God so that I knew it was from Him. And
Yes.
oh, yeah, I so can relate to what you're saying.
And I know that that has happened more than once to many of us walking in places and somebody say, you come here. I got you. I got you. They are on assignment. God has assigned them to you to service you. Do you know there are places that specifically work with bankruptcy people? I know because I found out. This is your hope after bankruptcy. This is your hope. This is how you're going to get a house. This is how you're going to get your apartment. This is how you're going to get a car. Like these people know that people have problems, but people are coming up out of the problem. So they need somebody that's going to work with them. And then you start seeing verbiage about that. All of a sudden, you see it all over the place. Oh, they work. Oh, they work. Oh, they work. And God continue. Listen, these systems are systems. They are systems of the world that we live in. That's why I tell people all the time, like credit is a game. Like don't feel no way about bad credit, fair credit, in between credit, even good credit. It's a system and it's a game and it can be manipulated. And the thing that God has given me is people who know how to manipulate it. And once you know how to play the game, oh baby, it's chess all day. It ain't checkers, it's chess. We watching the moves and what moves we making and what we doing. You know, if I go by what I've been through, and I'm sure that you can probably relate to this statement as well. If you go by what you have been through, you shouldn't be where you are now. You shouldn't have what you have now. Because some of us have been through the ringer, been around the world, and I we have found or finding your way, your path. That's why they say the rearview mirror is smaller than the windshield. We shouldn't put no stock in what we've been through because it's back there. Just keep paying attention to the big window in front of you and stay focused forward. because that's where the life is. You can't relive what's already back there. Can't even you listen, I'm not even crying about what happened back there. I can't do nothing about, but what I can do is something about today. And I don't know about y'all. Sometimes when I go to funerals, I get a second wind for my life. When I see that somebody has passed on, I get a second wind for my own life. And I start telling myself, okay. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get to it. I don't know why that happens to me, but it happens to me every single time. It reminds me of how precious life is and what are you doing with the life that you have. Stop playing with it. So don't be afraid to ask the questions of whomever you need to ask the questions of. That's their job. Let them do it. Go ahead, Bridge.
I was gonna say, an 18 wheeler don't have a rearview mirror, so
Ha!
you don't even you don't get one of those in the truck. you you get you got side view and you got forward facing view, but
But that's
looking forward, and the power of the mind is absolutely astounding when you realize how much we can have ourselves psyched out in the
mm,
wrong direction. Just up in the wrong direction, because I can remember being afraid of having a bank account.
hmm.
And now I got like 4 bank accounts.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can remember uh being afraid of credit and doing things. And the story that Emily just told is similar to what Shanette told us last night on the prayer call. How God has people in position.
Yep.
Like when the Bible tells us that the earth belongs to the Lord and everybody on the earth belongs to the Lord, guess
Yep.
what that means?
You got
Somebody got your money.
somebody got your money.
somebody somebody got your money. You
Yep.
got a bank account somewhere. Everything that you need in this earth realm is in this earth realm. It's here. It's already here. But somewhere along the way, somebody lied to us. Oh my God, them lies, I'm telling you.
And Manya and I spoke last night about making sure that we get the grant list and that we fill out the grant paperwork, that we fill out the loan paperwork, whatever it is that we do it because that's where the money is at. That's where the money is at. We can't keep saying somebody got your money, but you don't take no steps. So we have to take the steps, and we all can do the same steps together. We can apply at the same places together. A lot of us are doing similar work. So when we find these places, we're gonna say, okay, this is the place we all applying. This is the place we somebody gonna get the money. Somebody gotta get the money. First of all of us have viable businesses. Even if you don't have a business structure yet, there is money for startup. There is money to begin. What does begin look like? Begin looks like getting your EIN, getting your bank account, getting your doing business as. All of that is all a part of it. So it is important for us to be in position so that we can just start. No, we're gonna make sure that we there's some things that all of us have access to. Shanette done gave us 10,000 things. Shanette probably got a whole book of things, but all of those things I know I just was afraid to do. And what I heard in my spirit was like, just go do it. I told you I got you, just go do it. So we have to backtrack some of the links to see what's still good and look at whatever I asked ChatGPT for a list of philanthropists and it threw me back a list of like 50 people. And it's just a matter of doing a little bit of research to see who does what and who supports what and just ask. When I saw that it was for Black History Month, talking about Kathy Hughes and Radio One, and it took 38 banks to say yes. 38 banks to say yes. That's one. No. Two. No. Three. No. Four. No. Five. No. Six. No. Seven. No. Eight. No. Nine. No. 10. No. 11. No. 12. No. 13. No. 14. No. 15. No. I'm already quit. I'm quitting at like five. She asked 38 times before she got a yes. So I never even thought to start a business, go to the bank. To start a business, go talk to a financial person that can see where you can get money from. First of all, they keep telling us we minority. One, there's money for minorities, there's money for women, there's money for elderly, there's money like all these set asides we've been talking about. But how many have we actually applied for? I can answer the question for myself. None. Zero. Petrified, scared. But not anymore. I'm going to do it afraid. I'm going to do it nervous. I'm going to do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until somebody says yes. God gave me too big of a vision to just sit here and try to do it on my own. Why would God give us such a big vision? And then we say all of the cliche things. God won't give you the vision without the provision. Well, the provision is apply for the stuff. Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do? You mean, oh, you mean I got to talk to people? You mean I got to tell people the vision? I got to tell, oh, and all of the visions. Maybe not all of the visions to one person, but each person does something different. So you get to tell all the visions to the people where it applies to. You want to work with kids? Go to the school. I'm talking to Christelle. She working in the schools, teaching in the schools. I'm like, that's so cool. I remember when she got the first contract, $30,000. Come on, come on. And we keep hearing about different locations, different places that offer things. It's just time to lean into those things. If we're going to leave 2026 with things different and things in place, we got to do it afraid. We got to do it without knowing because there's so many people that have the knowledge that want to charge us for the knowledge, but they're not smarter than us. All they did was research and then charge people $5,000 to talk to them. We're not going to have to do that. We're going to talk amongst ourselves. We're going to do the research amongst ourselves, and we're going to get this done for once and for all. God can trust us with the money. How many things have we done on our own with just our own money, just us? I could start with sending 20 women to school. I could just start there in Africa. And bought sewing machines and bought laptops and all of it. We did all of that on our own without money from outside sources. What could we do with money from outside sources? The message was loud and clear to me when I saw the Radio One thing. So, okay, so what do I need to have in place in order to apply? So each place has whatever it is that they need us to. They tell you. It's not anything we got to figure out. They tell you. Got to be minority owned more than 51%. That means Black, Hispanic, anything non-white. That's me. Woman, LGBT, them, whatever. And it's our job to go get it. They got to get the money away. They got to give it away, or else they don't get it again. So let's find the places that got the money. Maya and I talked about it last night. Maya was here with me yesterday, picked me up from the hospital, seeing baby Rose. Her and baby is doing well. The baby should have stayed in the room with her last night, so I'm waiting to hear how that went. I remember her husband saying, "Ooh, this should be interesting. This how this day gonna go." But let me do our reading real quick. The cards that came up today, it says, "For every problem that I may create, I am confident that I can find a solution." Do you notice how it says, "For every problem I create"? We create the problems. It says, "Life supports me in every possible way. All is well in my world. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come. I am safe." We are safe. We are safe. You know, Yvette, I saw this thing where these people decided to create an art workshop for kids. And they hold these workshops twice a month. And based on twice a month, you could easily pull with 10 kids in a art workshop $2,400. You literally can do that anywhere, and you could do it right now. It was so, like, it made so much sense. I love kids. I love playing with kids. I love doing things with kids. And I thought that was so amazing. Like, you could open your house to do it. You could do it at a recreation center. Listen, you are an art lady. Go do art. Find people to do art with and just do it. Even if you just decided, I'm going to just create the canvases to do paint and sips, and just do a paint and sip twice a month. If you build it, they will come. There is your money. Your money is in your gift. Your money is in the art. And in whatever it is that you do, that is where your money is. The thing that makes your heart feel good, that every time you do it, and every time you do it, somebody say you do that the best. That's the thing where your money is at. So go do the thing. That's it. Go do the thing. Yolanda told me the other day, she said, that house should never be closed. The door should always be open. She right. So in our 5 minutes of gratitude, it says, we can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Yep, virtual paint and sips work too. All you got to do is set it at a date, and then when people pay, you send them their little kit in the mail. Because that's how I plan to do the other workshops. I plan to do them in advance and be able to send the supplies to people who are wanting to be a part, virtual or in person. Fill in the four blanks. The moment I felt most alive and fully myself this week. A need I have that is being met today. One reason my life is already great. Someone whose presence makes my life sweeter. Every day I wake up and am thankful simply for being alive. You know, simply for being alive, you get to change directions at any given time. You get to decide to do it better, different. Every single time you open your eyes, and if yesterday wasn't good, you get to change how you start today. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I hope you're hearing it. I hope you're hearing it in your spirit loud and clear. I hope you're hearing it. So for February 10th, in a deep breath of life, it starts with the words, pass the salt. Respect the past in full measure of its deserts, but do not make the mistake of confusing it with the present, or seek in it the ideals of the future. Let it go. Let it go. It says, as I unpacked my suitcase at a hotel, I discovered that I had left two of my favorite articles of clothing hanging in a closet at another hotel 2,000 miles away. As I picked up the phone to call the hotel to see if the items had turned up in lost and found, I noticed that I was hesitating. I realized I didn't want to call because I didn't really want to retrieve the items. One was a sweatshirt given to me years ago. and another was a casual shirt I have customarily worn on plane flights, but felt very old. Laden with memories and history I no longer wanted to carry with me, I put down the phone and I smiled. I was done with the shirts. They did not belong to me now, and I would not call them back to me. Every time we haul an old, painful memory into the now, we are phoning a distant hotel and asking for our tattered garments to be forwarded to our new abode. Messengers will do so if we ask. Then we wonder why our present looks like our past. But we are under no obligation to replay old scenes. All of life is optional, including reliving ancient pain. Every day we are free to choose anew. If today looks gruesomely like yesterday and your life is a long replay of Groundhog Day, do not blame karma, the environment, or other people. Instead, look at the choices you are making today. The Bible tells how, as Sodom was destroyed, God told Lot and his family not to look back. Lot's wife disobeyed and she was turned into a pillar of salt. The story is a metaphor. When we clutch at the old after it is no longer certain, after it no longer serves us, we become petrified. Salt is a preservative. We cannot preserve the past. We must release it to make way for a fresh, new future. I returned my past to you, and I allow you to make me new. I release the past and invite love to meet me in the present. Come on, love, meet me in the present. Meet me in the present. I am ready for present and new. I am ready to be able to lean in and do all of this good that God has for us. And our last reading from the Simple Abundance, a Day Book of Comfort says, creating an authentic lifestyle for yourself and those you love. Oh, that sounds good. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. It says, it's a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the best, you very often get it. So, what are you accepting? So it goes, it's far easier to live an elegant, beautiful life when you're not on a budget. When cash is readily available, you don't have to learn the lessons that delayed gratification teaches us. But having money does not guarantee that we live authentically, nor does being surrounded by beautiful things guarantee a lifetime of happiness. If you receive heartbreaking news, it's not more comforting to sob in a damask or a silk tassel cushion. When I was beginning the simple abundance path and began to wean myself away from worldly distractions for several months by choosing not to read magazines or newspapers, not to watch the news, and especially not go on shopping, not to go shopping except for groceries and essential kids clothing, the symptoms I experienced were similar to withdrawal pains. At times I actually felt achy, shaky, and even dizzy. When this occurred, my authentic self would reassure my conscious self, who didn't think much of this new program, that I was undergoing a deep inner shift in reality. I was learning to differentiate between my needs and my wants. And this powerful lesson had to be mastered before I could move forward. I had to learn what I could live without. Whatever I needed, I could budget for. In other words, I could have, but self knowledge had to come first. When you learn what you can live without, you are able to ask life for the very best because you possess the gift of discernment. You develop patience that enables you to wait gracefully and gratefully until the best arrives because you know it will. You are able to create an authentic life for yourself and those you love because you are able to make conscious choices. Long afterwards, she was to remember that moment when her life changed its direction. Emily Anthony writes in The Avenue of the Dead, it was not predestined. She had a choice, or it seemed she had, to accept or to refuse, to take one turning down the crossroads to the future of another. Turning away from the world and towards your own happiness is the path to authenticity. You know, that learning of what you can live without is truly a lesson. I am a shopper and I love to shop. But in these last months, I've begun to ask myself, do you need that? Girl, you don't need another black dress. You don't need another red dress. You don't need another anything. Work with what you have. And when the time comes for shopping, it'll be time for shopping. But right now, it is not a need. I need rugs. I need wall coverings. I need to buy my sound bed. That's what I'd like to do to serve the people the way that I want to serve in the capacity that I want to serve in. Matter of fact, why don't you let some of this stuff go? Why don't you sell some of this stuff to make more money? I know, Em. Yes, I do. I need whatever you got. Because I know you got something for me. But it is our turn and it is our time, and we keep saying it. And it's so important for us to do the things that God has put on your heart to do so long ago. And it is time to stop suffering in silence, trying to do things. It is time to do the things. It's time to do the things. So, does anybody have anything they'd like to add before we go? Shanetta, you good over there, Shan?
I am. I am. Thank you for checking in. I am.
Yes.
One day at a time. Sweet
One
Jesus.
at a time. And I am so grateful and excited for these messages because these are money messages. These are money messages. These are stop playing with your gift messages.
Because we got our destiny helpers along the way, just waiting for us.
I literally, the lady that was here, she came last night. Her, she's a sister of my good girlfriend from the 90s. Like literally, I met Sandy back in 95. Vanyelle wasn't even born yet. And now Vanya, she used to keep Vanyelle. She used to come get Vanya. She's like, my baby is having a baby. I'm like, yes. So I tell her all that stuff. But before I told her, she's like, my sister's in Georgia and she needs to come, and because she's in a bad, like, long story short, we got the sister here, and the sister Maya got to see her last night. She was in such distress, and so this
Mm,
morning, so stressed out. Her granddaughter is here. Her granddaughter of her daughter who passed away from I don't even know what. But
mm,
the granddaughter is here in a Douglasville jail, and she is pregnant over
mm.
a dog.
Oh, Jesus.
$82,000 bail. So she
Oh,
needs
Jesus.
at least $8,000 to get her out. So she was here. She got a pacemaker, anxious, and all that. Me and Maya set up that bed for her so quick last night. Well, let me not say me. It was my idea, and then Maya did it. Maya know
What I
how to
tell you, I said, just say the word. And what did you say?
word.
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 And it was put together.
I could tell was so stressed. I heard it in her voice when I talked to her on the phone and told her that she can come. And she just was so grateful. She was like, please, I thank you so much. And so she was laying on the futon in the living room. I said, oh my God, this lady need a bed. She need to get in a bed. And my previous house guest left a bed, but she wasn't real apt on me using it. So we had to put it together. So they say possession is 9/10 of the law. You left it here, you abandoned it. So
hmm You need to have do you have a book, a sign-in guest book, in and out?
I do.
Okay,
I
good.
do. I need to pull it back out, and I need to
And let them write a message before they leave.
yes,
A little, note.
I made this form that I'm going to put in the book, and the form says how I felt when I arrived, and the
Mm-hmm.
form says how I feel now that I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
It's different. It's different. So I'm really grateful. So yes, I literally sat with her, prayed with her, and all of that this morning because She just left to go to the courthouse to see if they are reduce the bail, like whatever it
Mhm.
is. And then I'm going to pick up a rental car, and I'm going to go pick her up and take her to run whatever errands she needs to run, and hopefully
Mhm.
she can leave because she's been here more than a week trying to handle this, and she was like, I gotta go
Mm.
home. And
Well, God send her the right helper, Lord.
say too is sometimes
Favors.
the lessons that a person needs to learn, sometimes we can't get involved in that. We
Mhm.
could try to stop it, we could try to help it, but God is doing something with that person. So the only thing you can do, because there's nothing that God is allowing you to do. If the money isn't showing up or what you need is not showing up in order for you to do something, then God is doing something and only God can handle it. So you got to just step back. You
That
just,
is
Be
part
still
of
and know, be still and know,
that's
be
a
still
part of
and
the
know, be
ministry.
still and know.
yep,
That's a part of your ministry to her, Darlene, is to let her know that
yeah,
you got to get that to God. I
yep,
know you're doing everything that you can, but you can't beat yourself up. Trying to beat the system. That system right there is Douglasville. Yeah. You just have to those things. She needs the rest in her body. And the one thing we have to realize, we don't solve problems when we're full of anxiety. We don't you can't come up with solutions when you're full of anxiety.
yep,
So now when you get a chance to rest and your mind is at ease,
mm-hmm,
God can talk to you when you calm down. But
yes,
as long as you are in the Bible tells us to be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplication, make your request known to God.
yes,
So make your request known to God. Do your part. Of course, we're gonna do what we can do,
yep,
but the part that we cannot worry about, that is what we have to surrender. That word surrender is key in all of our lives, because that, like you said, when you get in the way, couldn't nobody help Jonah. Jonah was in. They had to throw Jonah over the side of the boat. Jonah was like, "Hey, I'm the problem. Just throw me overboard, cause
I'm
I'm the problem."
problem. So yeah, and that's what there was a bunch of conversations with her granddaughter from multiple family members before any of this happened, and she didn't listen. So she is where she is because she didn't listen, and so God has to do what God is doing. I do believe she got the lesson, so God going to let her out of jail now. We need to let her out now. She's been there for more than a week, so you can let her out now. And she pregnant on top of it all, so it's just really a bad thing. Like, who locks up a pregnant lady? Like, who does that? And
Plenty.
don't feed her, don't give her water. Like, oh, we would give you water, but we don't have no cups. What?
Douglasville for sure, Georgia.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Georgia, girl, all them jails in Atlanta area. Period. I was in Clayton County for 3 months in maximum security. They had me in maximum security,
Goodness.
like I had then murdered somebody. You hear me? They put me in maximum security. Like
Wow.
I had the one lady was trying to beat me up for teaching the young lady not to be in there doing illegal stuff that's gonna get her locked up. And the lady wanted to come fight me. I had the Bible in one hand and that little plastic cup in the other one. And I said, Lord, if she hit me, I'm gonna hit her with the Bible and the cup. It's gonna be me, her, the word, and the cup. All right.
I'm gonna hit her with the Bible.
I'm gonna hit her with the word and the cup. I'm telling you.
I love it. I love it. Listen, we just got to do what we got to do. And I'm just really grateful. So thank you everybody for your sentiments today, and just know that God got the plan for all of us. Let's just lean into whatever that is, whatever comes up in your spirit, thinking about how money can come in, what you can do, and all of that, and what's available, and who you need to talk to, and all of that. Let's just put our heads together, our our minds together. Let's mind meld on where is the money, what do we need to do, and let us just get to doing that. And then once we know where we're gonna go, we will put together some sort of work session, and we can all just do it at the same time. Because I do know that when the water rises, so does all the boats. Somebody give me 50,000, 100,000. Listen, I'm gonna give you 1,000. I'm gonna give you 2,500. I'm gonna give you like we're gonna work this out, and as the money comes in, we'll just do what we got to do.
Darlaina, pick a day and
Mhm.
a time
Okay.
for a work session. Pick it today and
Okay.
tell everybody what day and what time.
Okay.
Pick it
I was
and
just about to say that. Yes, ma'am.
pick a day and go on and assign it because
Mm.
that's it. Now let's remember we surrendered the mission to God.
Yes.
Now we're asking God for the method.
Yes.
The method. We surrendered the mission. We know what the mission is.
Okay.
Now God revealed the method. And as we come together, the synergy of us coming together. So all you got to do is pick a date and a time. Because remember, you always told us someday ain't not on the calendar.
Someday ain't on the calendar.
It's not on the calendar. So pick a date and a time and
No.
announce it.
If Wealthy Wednesday or a Thankful Thursday will work, and
Thankful Thursday. I like that.
we could do it tomorrow or the next day, because we ain't waiting. We could take what we have now and just start.
It's so thankful
That's it.
Thursday.
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 Thursday is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Thankful Thursday. I like that.
Let's do Thankful Thursday after the call. Let's just go straight into it. Let's end the call, and then let's stay in the Zoom room, and let's talk about what everybody needs, what their business needs to look like, what's missing, and let's just lean in and do that like Thursday right after the call.
Sounds good.
Okay. Done and done. Done and done. So with that being said,
Bridget, can you hear me?
will you give us our blessing for today?
Yes. Did you unmute me?
Yeah, you've been unmuted.
Am I unmuted?
We can hear you, Dr. Lynn.
Oh, okay. Bridget, we want everybody to give us a date for the chats. So let them think about that on Thursday as well, because we're starting up our chats again.
All right. We'll let everybody know Thursday.
Okay. All right. Let's get busy. I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed
I'm
going in.
blessed
Blessed
going
coming
in.
in.
I'm blessed coming out.
Blessed
And
coming in.
blessed coming out.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm
Blessed.
blessed
Blessed
in
in
the
the
city.
city.
I'm blessed in the field.
I'm
I'm
blessed in the
blessed in the
field.
field.
I am always in the right place at the right time
I am
I'm
always in
always
the
at the
right
right
place
place
at
at
the
the
right
right time
with the right people,
Right
with the
people.
with
Right.
right
the right
people.
people
doing the right thing
Doing the right
doing the
thing
right things
for the right reasons.
Right.
For the
for the
right
right
for the right
reason.
reason.
And
reason.
everything is in divine order.
And
Everything.
everything is in
Everything is in
divine
divine
order.
order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
That's
As
As
David.
Jabez
Jabez
says,
says, bless us indeed.
indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand.
Expand
Expand
our
our territory.
territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us
Extend.
Extend an open
Hand
hand
of
of
favor
favor
to
to
us,
us.
that we may do no harm.
That
that
we
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 may
may
do
do
no
no
harm,
harm.
And we let go and let God.
and we
let
let
go.
go
Oh,
and
and
let
let God
And go with the flow.
yeah, and we
Go with the
with
flow.
the
go with
flow.
the
And let the
flow.
blessings and the money roll in.
Let the
And
blessing.
let the
And let the
blessings and
blessings,
the
the
money
money
roll
roll
in
in
From the north, south, east, and west.
North, south,
from the
from the
north,
north,
South
south,
south,
and
east,
west.
east, and
and west,
west,
From above and beneath.
above and
from
below.
above
above and
and
beneath,
beneath,
From known and unknown sources.
From now.
from known
known
and
and unknown
unknown
sources.
sources.
Tell us about our money, Darlene.
We have supernatural unlimited money, sowing supernatural unlimited seeds.
And we
Amen.
live and give out of God's overabundance, so we never run out.
We
We
never,
never
never,
run out.
ever run out.
We always have more than enough.
We always have
We
more.
always have more than enough.
More than enough for anything our heart desires.
More than
Enough
Enough for anything our heart
anything our heart
desires.
desires.
More than enough for anything that God puts on our hearts to do for others.
Yes.
More than
More
enough
than
for
enough
Do
anything God
anything
puts
that
on
God
our
puts on our
hearts.
hearts to do for
For
others.
others.
We have money to spend, we have money to lend, and we have money to keep.
We have
We got
money
We
to
have
money to
money to
spend,
spend,
money
spend,
to
money
lend,
to
money to
and money to
lend,
spend,
keep. And we
and
do it
money
to
to
money to
And to
keep.
keep.
keep
Because our bank is in heaven.
heaven, heaven on
heaven.
earth.
And we're the branch banks, we're the spout where the money's coming out.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
we are.
Amen.
Where the money's coming out.
All
Yes.
we have to do
Yes.
is just stay obedient and listen to the Father. He'll tell us where to send the money.
Absolutely.
Amen.
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 Amen. And as Christel says, these are all declarations. We ain't doing no please Jesus, don't you see me? These are decrees and declarations. We're the spout where the money's coming out. We ain't looking for no money. We just got to get ourselves in position for the money to come out the spout.
Yes.
Turn the faucet on.
Turn on the
Speak it,
faucet. That
believe
sounds
it.
like a good idea to me.
Speak
Let's
it,
turn. We
believe
got
it,
two
feel it.
faucets, one on the right and one on the left. Turn them both on, full blast.
Full blast.
Well, thank you,
Full
everybody.
blast. Thankful Thursdays.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Have an amazing day on purpose. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same station. And thank you so much for extended programming. It's always so good.
Thank you for praying over my family.